Imperator protegit. The Emperor protects. I feel like there's some slanishy humor to be had here. But at the risk of summoning the Inquisition to my doorstep, we all know 40K fans don't get laid, so they probably wouldn't have even gotten the punchline. But for the particularly inquisitive among you who are going to call down Exterminatus upon me anyway, just look at my channel banner. I am anathema to your bullish tricks, Imperial scum. But the dubious possession of my soul notwithstanding, apart from being the favorite hot topic on YouTube right now, 40K and the whole grimdark genre in general have become my latest autistic obsession. And as I am slowly but surely becoming one with the machine spirit of YouTube, all I really need now are some Dr. Octopus arms and a headlamp to be at the oily gates. It seems only right that I pay my tithes to the Omnissiah in the form of an homage to his most lucrative treasure, the Holy Bolter. For those who have no idea what I'm on about, rather than profane the topic with my own unworthy vernacular, I'll just let the Black Library speak for itself on this matter. To paraphrase the Codex Astartes, by which I mean to copy-paste the 40K wiki because I cannot be asked to actually read and type all that out by hand, quote, the bolter, also called a bolt gun, is one of the most powerful anti-personnel weapons in use by mankind in the 41st millennia. More a portable artillery piece than an infantry rifle, it is a powerful assault cannon that fires explosive kinetic projectiles, colloquially known as bolts. It has multiple variants, including the lighter and more compact bolt pistol, and the more powerful but also more cumbersome heavy bolter." Unquote. Now that we have some working idea of just what a bolter is, we need to understand what makes it special from a 21st century Earthling perspective, and that would be its ammunition, the eponymous bolts themselves. To borrow some of Games Workshop's own words once again, a bolt is a 50 to 75 caliber rocket-propelled projectile, RPP. The solid-state propellant is shaped to control the bolt's direction and speed. However, a rocket motor would normally warp the barrel due to excessive gas pressure and temperature. To prevent this, the bolter uses an ingenious two-stage firing method. As well as the rocket motor, a small conventional charge is utilized to force the bolt out of the barrel at significant velocity and ignite the primary propellant. The rocket is precisely fused to ignite immediately as the bolt exits the barrel. The bolt then accelerates toward the target under its own power. Standard bolter ammunition utilizes a mass-reactive fuse designed to penetrate the target before detonating within, causing maximum damage. Unquote. Now, I could easily stretch this video out to a 13-hour-long Lutine lecture-style grindfest that would have even the most veteran Krieger begging for a reprieve by going over each and every model, pattern, variant, and aberration of pocket space bazooka the Martian techno-fiddlers have cobbled up over the millennia. But apart from that being a violation of my first and second channel rules, my machine spirit would probably throw itself into the immaterium if I did that. So I shall instead reveal to you my own proprietary pattern for prospective use here on Primitive Terra in preparation for the grim darkness of the future that might not be so far distant as we've been led to believe. My little thought project was first prompted by this realistic bolter concept art by a guy called Delta Dynamics that I found whilst browsing DeviantArt for unrelated reasons some while ago. My goal being to combine the compact portability and maneuverability of a personal defense weapon, PDF, like the MP7 with the general power and flexibility of an assault rifle, which I believe a rocket-propelled projectile, RPP round, has the ability to do if it can be made cheaply and plentifully enough. And I believe that modern technology has the potential to accomplish that if applied with the right know-how, which I won't pretend to have. This is all just me throwing darts in the dark at a wall I'm hoping actually has a target hung on it somewhere. Now, I was originally going to focus this video on a design for a real-life RPP I'd come up with, whose whole concept and design premise hinged on my belief that the RPP concept is a realistically viable supplement, if not an outright alternative, for conventional long and medium rifle cartridges, and that its primary weaknesses can be overcome using currently available technology. But as I was writing this script, I stumbled upon a video from another channel called Tau Fledermaus, where he not only designed, but actually built and tested his own rocket slug upon the basis of the gyrojet, which he'd already tested in another video, that being the other contributing factor to my video's inspiration. So I'm linking both of those in the description if this kind of thing suits your fancy. But where does that leave me? Given my channel rules, I can't just go stomping around in another YouTuber's garden, even if it is over 5 years past ripe now, especially when it's better stocked and tended than mine will likely ever be. Well, since the bulk of the legwork has already been taken care of by others far more qualified than myself on the ammunition front, and considering the aforementioned limitations of the RPP even in its ideal form, I figured I'd limit my efforts to the design of the weapon itself. So without any further ado, I present for your consideration my own original combi pattern, Tamper, Tactical Assault Multi-Purpose Rifle. The upper half is essentially just an MP7's internals mounted in a custom frame with an extended barrel, while the bottom, the actual bolter part, is essentially an integral underslung RPP-50, which is what happens when you marry a 50 BMG and a model rocket. The reason it's not a proper RPG is because I don't think you want a box of 30 shaped charge warheads strapped to you when you're running around pulling combat maneuvers in an active war zone. In principle, this pattern offers an optimized war-fighting package, with the ability to dish out volumes of CQB fire, while also, at the flip of a switch, being able to reach out and touch enemies at ranges normally inaccessible without the use of another weapon or additional manpower. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I was originally planning to do a 40K special episode to celebrate 300 subscribers, but then that goal got smashed in about 2 days when I thought it would take a few weeks. I've got a couple other ideas floating around for 400 subs, but let me know what you think down below. And also, a quick reminder that I've got a Rumble, Locals, Odyssey, and Twitter account for those who are interested in supporting my efforts to not put all my eggs in YouTube's infamously fragile basket, all of which will be linked below, as will all the usual links to my books, available on Amazon, etc., etc. You all know the drill by now. In any case, until next we meet, stay safe, stay sane, and praise the Omnissiah.